Hi, this is Matthew. Just going to talk briefly about something Star Trek related. Um, there's a new movie on Paramount Plus called Star Trek Section 31. It is described like the newer Star Trek Paramount Plus things are. Nothing else is. I guess the movies are before that, but I haven't really gotten to watch them. They're hard. They're not available everywhere, and Paramount Plus is one of the places they're not available very easily. They don't seem to be putting them up a lot. Last I checked, I could be wrong, but I hope I'm wrong. But I haven't looked in a while. It is what you would call a TV movie. Apparently, it was supposed to be a series. The pandemic happened, and that got Strange New Worlds got ordered instead. They made this into a movie instead. It's very short, at 95 minutes for a Star Trek movie. It's very short. Probably should have been either a full movie, like theatrical movie, like full movie, or a series. I think maybe people are not liking it at all. People seem to hate it. I thought it was pretty good, but I'm easily entertained. I think I can find things to like in something. I just like Star Trek anyway and sci-fi, so I guess I'm easily entertained. I don't know, but I didn't find it was horrible or anything. Probably maybe they could have flushed it out better in some ways, but I don't know. It is what it is. It's out there. I'll show Yo. I don't know if it's Yo or Yao. I'm assuming Yao is more Asian than Yo is, but I've always heard it pronounced Yo, but I've also heard Yao more recently, so I'm not sure. But she's very good. If you've watched Star Trek Discovery, the character Giorgio is in this movie. Because she's in the mirror universe that Discovery touches on briefly. That's a whole other thing. There's lots of things to talk about in Star Trek, but there's an alternate universe out there that's kind of Roman Empire-like, and this is what this is, where she was from. Basically, she's a teenager in the beginning of the movie. She has to. She's for some reason she's in this in line to be next emperor, and I guess you eliminate your fellow people, and her and one other guy survive. She doesn't kill the other guy. Basically, he has to be her slave, basically, like her master, or he has to be her slave kind of person. And she goes back to her home planet, kills her family, poisons them, which is horrendous, but very, very much in line with this universe. I know Rome would do that to people they didn't like, royalty-wise. So this is very much a thing that they would have done back then, and this is very common in this universe. It's very much, if you want to be in that position, you eliminate the person who's in that position, and you take that position from them because you've killed them. Take that position. The Klingons do that too in Star Trek. Their ships are run that way. Or someone, you question orders, you fight the person, and you could potentially become like the captain because you've killed the captain and you took over because you won this conflict, that kind of stuff. Basically, she does that. It's several years later. It's in between the original Star Trek series and Next Generation, but I always thought Discovery was in the 23rd. I'm not sure. It's the 21st century. She's been hiding out at this bar place in this space station. And Section 31, which is their kind of covert organization in Starfleet, kind of like the CIA in this country, in the U.S. I was kind of reminded me of that. But they recruit her. They go on a mission. I don't want to go too much into it. Spoilers and stuff. But they do the mission, and they go to. Won't really get into all the plot details. It's not really a review. Just wanted to see people make sure they knew about it. Judge for yourself whether you like it or not liking it. It is available on Blu-ray, digitally, if you purchase it. It has the audio description track. I bought the Blu-ray and the code wasn't able to work where I needed it to work, so I had to buy it basically again. But I wanted the description. If I didn't want to pull up Paramount Plus, I could just pull it up this way, and it just loads. It works. I don't have to. Paramount Plus has this annoying problem, at least on the devices I use it on, which is my phone and my iPad, where if you watch you set it up to be described, it works. If you watch anything at all that is not described, and you go back to watching something described, the track is not enabled anymore. You have to go in and turn it back on. However, they have the show NCIS Sydney, which is a co-production between them and a channel in Australia. Like, say I watch something non-described, I go watch an episode of that, it works. But it is then set to English Australia AD, which is audio description, instead of English AD. If you go back to anything that is English AD, it no longer works. You have to turn it back on. It's very weird. No one else does this. Peacock had this problem early on, but they fixed it. Paramount Plus never has. It's an annoying thing. It's very annoying, and sometimes I just don't. A lot of times I've just watched things from my DVR from CBS because of this problem. Because like the FBI shows sometimes didn't have it, and you would have to go back in. You would check it, but you would have to constantly. I have to constantly go back in and turn it on. But just know that might happen to you if you watched anything at all that is not described. If you want to go watch this or something else, you may have to turn it back on again. That's my experience has been the entire time I've used Paramount Plus. This creeps up. I don't know if, like, my TV, I cannot get it to work. I can't even get to the menu to change it on, so I don't even try it there. I should try again, I suppose. The web, I think, works okay, but I don't know if this problem persists there either. I just know on the devices I've used it on. But yeah, definitely give this a watch. I did enjoy it. Clearly, that next mission they talk about, the movie was supposed to be another show. This was, clearly this could have been like the pilot of a series, but they were not given a series. And maybe they could have made it a movie or something, but whatever it was, it's too short. It doesn't work for a lot of people. I thought it was okay. Probably not the best Star Trek movie I have ever seen, but I thought it was pretty good, but I'm easily entertained, as I said. I don't find a lot of fault in most shows. If I had to rate it, I'd say 7 or 8 out of 10. Using me and Meredith's movie review system. That's probably where I would put it. I did like some of the characters that in Section 31 were kind of interesting. And Michelle Yeoh is always great in things that she's in, so that alone, like, oh, she's in it. That alone would make me watch this, and it was a reason I watched it. But I don't want to go into too much into the plot details. There's a lot. I frankly did not focus on the first time I watched it. I was trying to do other things, but I had time to kill and watched it without a lot of detail. I would look at Wikipedia. There's a lot of information, and not remembering everybody's name pronunciations. The screen reader pronunciations obviously aren't going to match. But I did, as I said, I liked it. Give it a look. Even if you hear that people don't like it, definitely watch it for yourself. Try to watch it if you can. Or maybe watch a group of people, and then you can talk about it. Maybe you have a group of people that all like Star Trek, and maybe you're in the same house, or you can talk to each other online or whatever about it, or get on Zoom or FaceTime or WhatsApp or someplace and talk about it. You could do that too. Discord, lots of places. But definitely give it a look. You want to watch with your fellow Trekkies? Sure, go ahead. it's yeah, interesting movie. Kind of wish they had been able to do more with it and maybe make it better. Maybe people would have liked it, but it's the same guy that has done all the newer Star Trek stuff, which I do like. A lot of people don't. Just like new Star Wars. I like new Star Wars stuff. No, people don't like that. So I guess I'm easily entertained and like things that people don't, apparently, in sci-fi. But yeah, give us a look, as I said, and judge for yourself. I don't know if it'll air if it'll be anywhere else besides Paramount Plus. Maybe at some point some other people may get it. Maybe they'll license this out to other places since it hasn't done very well. I don't know. Hopefully it will stay on the platform with all the other Star Trek shows and stuff. That would be good. It should stay there. Most movies tend to come and go from it, so I don't know if it will. The shows are staying, but the movies, you might have some of the movies, you might have all the movies, you might have just one portion of them. It's very strange. I have them in my iTunes library just for that reason, just because if I want to see them on the go and I don't have all my physical stuff with me, I could watch them there in the event that some of them aren't on Paramount Plus. So that is what I did. So I'm just kind of putting this together real quick, but I think that will do it for now. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep rambling about nothing, and that's not good. So I will just send this off. I will end this, and I'll see you guys in another video about something else.